Good evening. Brad, how you doing this evening? Thomas Schmidt Homestead Project, hello. Good evening. Stephen Browncoat, how you doing? So, didn't get any emails this week. Well, I guess we got a non-Filmora question. Somebody was having problems getting videos off of their phone. So that's kind of the Two Cedars Microfarm. Hello. So thanks for coming. So that's going to be kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit here this evening, is how do you get your videos to your computer to do your editing. I know there's a lot of cameras that have Wi-Fi capability where you can just transfer the videos and or photos to your computer. A lot of cameras have little memory cards that you can just pop out and put in some sort of a card reader, or a lot of computers have card readers built into them where you can just transfer that information directly to your computer. And then we have the iPhones, which are a breed of their own. Now, Microsoft does have an importing function that will work with an iPhone. When you plug your iPhone in, if it's unlocked and the iPhone trusts the computer and this and that and a bunch of other things, you can select what you want transferred and you can transfer it to your computer. You can either copy it or you can actually move it and delete it. What it does is it copies, and then in a second step it actually deletes it off of your phone. So it works. It's what we use here. But I do find frequently in getting videos off of our iPhones that before I even plug the iPhone in, I reboot the computer. I give it everything as fresh as possible. So I reboot the computer, let it stabilize, and then plug that iPhone in. And at that point, it has worked every time. You got to shut off here. So I'll turn my phone off so we're not interrupted.
Could be Sean. Give it to me.
No, it's Harold.
Okay.
The little message came up. Nice thing about the phone, they give you these little notifications. So anyway, I highly recommend that you get your video to your computer in one way or another to start editing it. That's I know that Filmora has a function built into it where you can import directly off of a phone or off of a camera. I do not recommend doing that. Get that video off of your filming device, whatever it is, be it a camera, an iPhone, Android phone. Get that video off of that device, get it onto the hard drive of your computer, and do your work off the hard drive of the computer. Grandma Rose, good evening. So, number of reasons for that. Number one, Filmora and most editors do not disturb the original file. You can do all of your editing and never hurt the original video. because it does it all in memory, it does it all in duplicates. It copies it, it puts it into a form that the original file is not harmed in any way. So that's a real good thing, because that way if you screw up, you can always start over again. So let me bring Filmora up here. And we'll just go ahead and fire it up. And unless you have a reason to utilize one of these three choices here on the right hand side, and please keep in mind I'm referring to YouTube videos now, not necessarily something for Facebook, not necessarily for any other format. I'm talking creating, editing YouTube videos. The easy mode will take pictures, videos, and form an easy project thing. It can look very good. You can custom add music. You can alter the time. There's a lot of neat things you can do with it, but I consider that to be a partial edit, halfway there. The Instant Cutter is a fabulous tool that will take your video file and you can narrow it down into parts that you want. Again, it doesn't hurt your original file. It's just taking sections, whatever you choose, sections out of it, and creating very short video clips, or long, depending upon how lengthy you make it, and giving you smaller pieces of video clips to work with. Now the Action Cam tool, that works with things like a Hero or other action cameras where they have a tendency to have a fisheye type view where it's kind of rounded and kind of spread out. I'm sure all of you can instantly recognize a Hero video. They have gotten better. 5s and 6s are a lot better than the older ones. But this can work with that and make it pretty good. You always want a 16:9 widescreen format. There are other formats available. There's a drop down. You can have a 4:3 standard. That's like an old TV set. Instagram 1:1, it's a square picture. And then the 9:16 portrait, well, that's what you get if you are holding your phone this way. If you're holding it up and down, that's where you get a 9:16 portrait mode. Whenever you're taking a video with your phone, you want to hold it horizontally, like what I'm doing here, and that gives you a 16:9 widescreen mode. This fills up the entire display area for YouTube. So you always want to choose that. Go into the full feature mode. And as I mentioned a second ago, Filmora does have the ability to import from a camera or phone. I don't recommend it. It says you can download media direct from Facebook, from Instagram, from Flickr. I don't recommend it. If you want something off Facebook, download it with a separate program, get it on your hard drive, and then start to edit it. Now, it will also import an entire folder, everything contained within that folder, which is a nice thing if you've got let's say maybe 20, 30, 40 pictures that you want to incorporate into a video. That way you can just download the folder instead of trying to select each and every picture. So let me get a relatively empty one here. I'll just empty this one out. If you highlight any one item in your little albums here and do a Control A, that will highlight everything. Press the delete key and they're all gone. So if you want to import multiple pictures, but you don't want to import the entire folder, for example, let me go into pictures. If you highlight a picture, hold down your Control key and highlight whatever pictures you want, and you can import as many as you've checked. So those will all come in. Same way with videos. Develop some sort of a method to keep track of your stuff on your hard drive. I typically import according to a date format, either videos or pictures, so that it's easier for me to see what all I have imported, or I should say what I've imported. It gives me a way to keep track of what I have. So we'll go back. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 times 2. There's 14 video files in this folder. So that folder is 5/6 of 2018. I hit cancel here. I'll go import a media folder. That was in videos, 5/6. This one right here, if I say OK, this will bring in everything that was contained in that folder. So all 14 of those video files are coming into where I can actually work on them.
Well, Thomas Schmidt said needs to know that. That'll help me. I have been doing one at a time. So, even on something he can use.
Good.
Oh, look, a freshly shaven Daryl.
Freshly shaven, yeah. Yeah, I gotta trim this up a little bit. So now everything that's in that folder is brought in and ready to do something with. Does anybody in here have any questions as to what I've kind of touched on so far? Or to go back over something, maybe I didn't explain it clearly enough? Oh, Terry's saying something about a question.
No, Terry. Hold on, going back.
Was I 40 years old in that pic? No, it was more like 64 or something. 64, 65, 65, I think.
Huh. Well, you know what? I have top chat on. Maybe I didn't see because I don't have all the chat. There we go.
Hey, there's another clue for you when you get into the live chats.
Yeah.
Change your top chat to live chat.
I usually do that, and I forgot to do it tonight.
Thomas, I am very glad I've been able to help you some.
Terry, did you email it? Because I don't see anything here in the chat where you asked anything. Thank you, Terry. I don't know why it's not showing up for me. Well, glad he can help, Thomas. That's why he started these. When YouTube did away with their, what was it called? Their own video editing.
Their video editor.
Yeah, which I used to use because it was pretty much, you know, foolproof. I was lost. There you go, Daryl. If someone can't afford Filmora, what good free editing software would you suggest? Actually, Terry, to purchase Filmora, it's what, $60?
For a lifetime ownership of the software, it's $59.95.
And even if another free one, most free ones, you're going to have a watermark on them, on anything you do.
Well, yeah, there
most. That's why I said most.
Yeah, there are some that will do that. I mean, I understand, and people get of the mindset, and I will have to admit that I'm that way. If I can see it on the internet, it should be free or whatever. But if you stop and realize that, number one, somebody had to develop the software. They're continually improving it. They're continually adding functions. They're making it better all the time. And for you to buy into that for a one-time fee of $59.95, that's pretty good. I've had the software for a couple of years, and it's I can't tell you how many upgrades that I've had, additional freeware things that I've gotten through them that they offer. Plus they offer support if something's not working right, or if one of their upgrades doesn't work right on your PC, an email to them, they get back with you and they help you out. For me to go fill up my truck, granted I have a 3/4 ton pickup truck, but for me to go fill that up at the gas station, it's that much or more. So how can you not buy it? That's my question. Now, there are a lot of software programs, Vegas, $600, $700, $800. Adobe has a deal where you're not buying it, you are renting the program. I'm going to say you're perpetually renting the program. $20 a month, every month, $20. Just give them $20. Well, that's $240 a year. It just goes on and never ends. So that's just a different way that they do it.
I'm sorry. Daniel, have you done a video how to say Filmora if you have a crap laptop like Daniel does? Should we title it like that? Daniel,
I thought your laptop was shockingly good.
Shockingly being the word. Too funny. Okay, Terry, I am putting a link on here to EBOOKS.
There you go. Here's a way that you can actually get something back.
Yeah. Terry, just go to that. It's a free download. You'll see up in the corner once you load it, up in the corner of your, what's that thing up here called? You know, whatever. There will be an E, and the only time it shows up a lot of times is if you go to a website where you're shopping and they accept EBATs. If it doesn't pop up, you can hit the E and it'll tell you. My next check that should be here, I think in a week and a half or so, is $25. That's from percentages of whatever I purchased the last 3 months. So it helps out.
It's a little bit bad.
Yeah, it helps out.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Oh, the mouse died. $50 to fix a mouse? Lordy. You have expensive mice over there in Perrysville.
You know, I kill mice all the time. It doesn't cost me $50.
Really?
A couple bucks for that little spring trap, and
we can bring them over to your house if you need them. I'll be happy to. Oh, you're welcome, Terry. Like I said, I'm not going to refer anything for someone else to use if I don't use it myself. I just don't do that. And EBATS is something I've had on my computer for at least 2 years, at least. And every quarter, it may not be a whole lot, but every quarter I do get something back because I do a lot of my shopping online. Brenda, some parts of some parts of Amazon does accept EBATS, not all of it anymore.
UPS man, FedEx man, they're all on first name basis here.
Hey,
the pizza guy, the pizza guy can't find our house, but UPS, FedEx, any delivery service, well, they know right where to come. If we're not here, they just kind of open the porch door and leave it right there.
Leave it right there.
Leave it there for us.
That's right. Adobe Creator Studio. Yeah, but Grandma Rose, with Filmora, once you pay your $60, you don't have to pay for any more upgrades. You don't have a yearly subscription. That's like now with the Microsoft stuff. You used to be able to buy Microsoft, the Office and all that. You know, you bought it and it was yours. Now you pay for it every year.
Well, in Grandma Rose, you're paying $9.95 a month, $10 a month, forever. That's $120 a year. So you just spent, in 1 year's time, you spent twice the price of Filmora, just for an example. There is no yearly upgrade with Filmora. I understand what you're saying, because there are software companies that have that type of a use model where, okay, you buy the program now and we come out with a new version next year and you can get your upgrade at the discounted price of blah, blah, blah. If you get into Filmora now, it is lifetime. I'm not going to say they won't change that model down the road, but it is lifetime. You never have to spend another dime with them. The Googler. Never heard of the Googler. Hello, Googler. Am I saying that right?
Looks like it. Oh, did you like that, Allie? That was something I thought of on the fly. I'm sure I'll pay for that comment, too. Rusty's my bud. The Googler.
Not Photoshop. Well, Photoshop is a picture editing tool. So for those of you that have an interest in the room, I'm going to recommend a open source photo editing tool. Let me
Googler, why do you look familiar? You used to have a different screen name, didn't you? You sure look familiar.
All right, this would be the photo editing program that I would recommend to everybody in the room. It is absolutely, again, 100% free. There is no charge for this program. All updates are free, and it will rival any photo editing program out there in its capabilities. It may require more steps or something to that effect. It may not have all the fancy interfaces. But Paint.net is an open source program. It costs nothing. It is constantly updated, again, and it will, I haven't found any type of a picture that you can not only read it with this, you can edit it, and you can do it as well as you can with any other editor. And there's tons of tutorial videos and blogs and all that out there. So Paint.net, that's a program I would highly recommend. If you want to download videos off of YouTube or some other platforms, again, for no cost, you don't have to buy this, 4K video downloader does a fantastic job. It gives you a choice of different formats to download it in, different quality formats. And I see that they have a new version available. I'm not going to mess around with that right now, but I will probably get that after we finish up here this evening. 4K video downloader, another fantastic no-cost program. Now you have to put up with some ads unless you want to pay to not see ads, but I'll watch a few ads. Movie studio. Well, by name I'm not familiar with it, so let's go take a look.
Rusty, sure. Like, you want Budweiser or Miller Lite or something like that? Go ahead and laugh, Allie.
Okay, are you so what I'm guessing you have then is Sony movie studio platinum or movie studio, and if that's the case, yes, it's very, very good software. The Sony Movie Studio Suite in Amazon well, let's see what they got here, because the price is $140, but then it says $29.96. You save $109. So there's got to be something else on here. But yeah, normal price of this is obviously 140.
Sure sounds like it, Daniel. Daniel, I know how to make Troll House cookies. You can still have them for an hour if you want. Living Miracle, that's why I have Daryl do all the editing of the videos.
It's interesting. Filmora pops up on this site. Adobe Premiere, it's great software. It's just expensive. And it has more capabilities by far than Filmora does. But Filmora is very intuitive, it's easy to use, and you can get some great results. Vegas is another very good one. Pinnacle is good. Corel makes a good editing program. Let's look at this. Best video editing software of 2018, put out by PC Magazine. This should be good. I've not looked here. Premiere Pro, CyberLink Power Director, to Premiere Elements. All right. Let's just go across the thing here on the top. Adobe Premiere Pro is considered to be the standard, if you would. It is top of the line. Then Corel, Video Studio Ultimate, CyberLink Power Director. I use CyberLink Power Director. I have that in addition to my Filmora. Pinnacle Studio, Adobe Premiere Elements, which is kind of a lightweight version of Premiere Pro. Magic's Movie Edit Pro Premium. And here's Filmora. It's right in here. And they give it 3 marks, so they're putting it right in with a lot of the other stuff here. Nero Video, Apple Final Cut, and Apple iMovie. So when I talk about Filmora, you can see that it's at least on the same shelf as the big boys, and this one's only $60. Came back with what? Okay, Daniel, I'm just not sure.
Does this conversations that are going on the sidelines.
Does this mean you're giving quarters, Daniel? Is that what you're doing?
Oh.
All right. So there we have it. Is there anything that somebody's working on with Filmora that you're having any type of problem, or something that you want to see? Something around maybe music, maybe noise editing, maybe adding.
Carrie, you've been trying to upload the same video? God, Thomas. Yeah, you do belong in this group, I'll tell you. We're all demented.
Okay, Carrie, when you say upload, you have a completed video you want to upload to YouTube? Is that what you're trying to do? Living Miracle, this is another nice thing about Filmora, although it's very inexpensive. It has a lot of the same features as the very expensive ones. Most editors will have a nice, decent timeline, multiple timelines that you read from left to right. It allows you to step through the movie and edit whatever parts of it you want. Velcro, lots of Velcro.
You don't want to know.
Duct tape.
That's for when Rusty goes dancing with his thong on. Marissa puts him to work. But the company doesn't believe? Good Lord. Sounds about right.
Well, Carrie, to be on the frugal side, and obviously I have no idea what type of stuff you have here, but I'm going to assume that you have a laptop. I'm going to assume that's what you do your editing on, and I'm going to assume that you don't have a high-speed video or a high-speed networking connection to get to the internet. So, as a suggestion, at least was to give it a try. If most of what I am assuming is valid, edit your video, get it completely done the way you like it so it's finished and ready to upload. Drive into town to a Starbucks, a McDonald's, any fast food restaurant, Starbucks, Panera Bread, any place like that. Go and sit down, have a cup of coffee or something, connect to their Wi-Fi, and shove it online. There are some big YouTube channels that's how they upload their videos. And I'll just kind of leave it go at that. I don't consider that to be taking advantage of anybody. I mean, these companies have it to use. If we go into a local Panera Bread here, there is always at least one, if not, well, there's multiple, probably college kids that are sitting in there with laptops, and some business people that are sitting in there with laptops, and they have decent Wi-Fi. So if you just go in there and get one of these little sandwiches or something, sit there, drink a cup of coffee, and just use their internet. Thirteen plus minutes of sunset during this chat. Does that mean I'm talking too much? Or library also. Absolutely, Rosanna. That's true. I don't. It's been a long time since I've been to the library, but yeah, library as well. There are a lot of places that offer free internet as part of their service. All of your, I believe, at least why it's in this area, all the fast food outfits have got Wi-Fi. Panera Bread, Starbucks. There are some stores. Our local Walmart has a sign on the door: free Wi-Fi. Now, you can go inside the Walmart there, and inside the Walmart there is a what's that sandwich place?
Subway.
Subway. There's a Subway sandwich place. So you could go in there and get yourself lunch or dinner or breakfast. I guess they have early stuff. sit down in there, hook up to the free Wi-Fi, and just upload your videos from there.
Can you change the color in some of Filmora transitions? Thomas is asking.
Change the color. The transitions, well, let's do this, just so we go on the same page here. Okay, so at this point, I have two separate video clips. So this one.
All right, thank you very much.
And you can see it was a very hard shift from one to the other. You probably didn't hear because I don't think I had the sound turned on, which is neither here nor there. But if we go into transitions, when you say change color, I'm guessing you're talking maybe about these transitions. If so, I'm going to say no, I don't know how to change the color on these. I can alter it to a degree. Let's pull one of those down. I've never used any of these. Okay, so that's bubbles floating up.
One of the top ones, he says.
One of the top ones. That I'm on here? One of the top ones. Okay. I'll replace this one. So if you want to change colors of that individual stuff, I'm sorry, you don't have the capability to do that. We can alter the tint. We can put a filter on it that shows through at the same time. Let me see if I can.
He's saying scroll up.
Scroll up. Into transitions, scroll up. Well, I'm in the fancy ones. I go into all. This is one thing that Filmora has done in the amount of time I've had it. They have added a lot of different transitions. So I'm going to say any of these that have color in them, no, you can't change the color. That's just what it is at this point in time. Some of them are clear. Well, they should produce, everything should produce some sort of distortion between files, either in the form of like a shutter or, for example, we put this fade one in here. Now when you look at this, it fades to dark and then brings in the next clip. Whereas if we use the dissolve, it won't fade to dark. It will just dissolve into the next clip. they should all somehow distort the picture to smooth out the transition between the two different clips. Kaleidoscope generally shows up real well. And like I said, there's a lot of these that I've accumulated. Coming from Mississippi, all ice cream will melt. We're having ice cream?
Rusty's making me a blackberry pie.
Oh. A la mode with ice cream, huh?
That's what Allie wants, yeah. Yeah.
Pusa Studios? Mm-hmm. Hello. Nice you could stop by, sir. Or ma'am, or whomever you might be. So, I'm not sure we're quite on the same page on those transitions, but they will all distort in some fashion between the two clips. They can spin things around, they can dissolve things, they can make the screen multifaceted. And all that's for us to soften up the transition between the two different clips. Daryl missed the pie. Rosanna, I sure did. I don't know what happened. Anything else we want to address, want to look at? Okay, Googler, you take care, and I guess you've made the announcement that you're going to have a live stream here in 10 minutes. So, folks, if you want to join the Googler in 10 minutes, please do so.
Living Miracle Homestead, you said accumulated dose. That means you don't get them in the package?
Okay. I have talked with people that have bought Filmora recently, and they don't have everything. They don't have all the older stuff. In other words, the newer version does not necessarily include all the stuff that they had a couple years ago. But because I bought it a couple years ago, I still have it. It still works. So if you buy the package today, you will not have this many. For example, in transitions, I have 232 transitions. Now, some of these came from free
Carrie's asking, do you attach links to other videos in YouTube or Filmora?
Do I attach links to other videos? The video itself is a non-clickable item, so you can't put a link. I mean, you could certainly put an address in, but it would not be clickable in a video. If that answers your question, if I'm understanding your question correctly. If we are, and I've done this on a number of videos where we've featured another channel, we're referencing another channel. I can create a card within the YouTube editor, the Creator Studio. I create a card for the video, which points to another video, which is clickable if somebody goes over that area on the screen and clicks it. But that's not done with YouTube. That's not done with Filmora. That is done strictly with YouTube in the YouTube area where you upload your videos. Corel Video Studio is a very nice software program.
And she's talking about up in the corner.
Oh.
Like when you say, click up here.
That's a card.
That's what she's asking.
Okay. That is a card. So that is done. Let me see how I can show you. Okay, if you go into your Creator Studio, and I'm just gonna what you don't want to do is you don't want to edit a live stream, because if you edit the live stream, the chat is gone. This is a video that Sherry created, and I'm not going to edit this, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So we'll just pick this as a video. And they have up here what they call information cards. I'm on the top row here. So someplace within the video, you play the video here, and well, we'll just play a little bit. Very short video. So I'm going to move this up to 18 seconds in, stop the video, and I can click on cards. Now I have some extra programs on here, but I can add a card and choose to use either a different channel, a different website that's approved by YouTube. Not all websites are approved by YouTube, but most are. You're not going to get to quadruplex.com is not an approved site, just for example. Now, that's for putting the little eye up here. They also have, what you can do is the end screen annotations. This takes place during the last 20 seconds of the video. So if you see, this entire video is 1 minute 12 seconds long. This is going to start at 52 seconds. So there's the 20 seconds. It's the last 20 seconds of the video. And you add what's called elements. And you can place them in different time areas. But within the element, you can do a video or a playlist. You can put in subscribe to channel. You can promote to another channel, or you can link to an approved website. Those are all elements that are available. And that's what produces the little cards at the end of the videos that people have on YouTube. So does that perhaps answer your question? Filmora College.
Yeah, cute. Thomas. I'm too old to be easy anymore. I'm just cheap.
So hopefully that...
Yep, that answered her question.
Great.
Oh, hold on. I think Brenda asked. In fact, I know Brenda asked a question. Let me go up, see if I can find it. Brenda, where is it now? I want it. Can you make me not sound like a country hick when I make videos?
Absolutely. Let me see if we have some sort of a soundbite in here. I'm not sure what this is. Before I play this online, I want to hear it.
Welcome to Two Family Homestead.
I don't think she wants to sound like that, though.
All right. I'll turn this back so you guys can hear. And I need to hear what it's doing. So this is a recorded audio clip, which is poor quality.
Welcome to Two Family Homestead. Today we have a real special edition that was requested by one of our subscribers, Mr. Stedhomer. You might want to check out his channel. Today we're going to make hamburger soup. An old family recipe, been passed down for generations in my family.
Okay, so you heard what that was like. Now here's what you can do. You can go into this, and you notice it has some background noise, so I'm just going to click remove the background noise. We're going to go to mild. Let's hear what it sounds like now.
Welcome to Two Family Homestead. Today we have a real special edition that was requested by one of our subscribers.
All right, not too bad. I got rid of a lot of the noise, but we need to add a little bit of low end here on the vocal.
Mr. Stedhomer, you might want to check out his channel.
And then when you want to change it so that it doesn't make you sound like yourself without changing the speed, they have this wonderful little pitch control. So if you want to sound like it, the Chipmunks, just crank her up there.
Today, we're going to make hamburger soup. Old family recipe been passed down for generations in my family. It's very easy to make, but there's no...
So that gives you the chipmunk sound, or you can lower the pitch. And that gives you kind of a robotic sound. So we'll put the pitch back into normal, and we'll just, what we'll do here, let's just speed it up, which is kind of a chipmunk effect. Oh, I think we went too fast. Let's just go to there.
Today we have a real special edition that was requested by one of our subscribers. Mr. Stedhomer, you might want to check out his channel.
So between all of these different settings, I'm certain you can make yourself sound however you want to sound. Oh, bandana, that's how you got your fairies to giggle. Very good. Well, folks, it's been a fun hour here, and I hope everybody got at least one thing out of this evening. So if you have any questions, if you're running any problems, please email twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Send us an email. Facebook is a bottomless pit. If you try to send something to Facebook, I may or may not see it, may or may not be able to decipher it, may or may not be able to find it again.
That's the truth.
Please, if you have any questions, need any help, anything at all, something you'd like for us to talk about next week or whatever, send an email, twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com.
Grizz! Another time he comes at the end. What are we going to do with him?
Grizz, you're right on time. I don't understand this.
You don't want to go to a testy festy? I'm with you on that one.
Grizz, never say never. So anyway, what I'm saying, who was it that asked about the sound? I don't recall.
The voice, Brenda.
Brenda. Okay, Brenda. Yeah, just you can make yourself sound however. There's all sorts of little things you can do in this. It's a lot of fun to play with. And the best thing is,
Grizz, we understand.
you don't interfere with your original file. As long as you don't save the new file as the same name as the original, you're fine. It just creates a new file. Okay. Let me bring this back over. So, any other last questions? I'm counting down. Don't see anything.
Nope. I think we're good to go. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. I know we will be. Woohoo!
No, we have another announcement.
It's not true.
Yep, we have another announcement. We need somebody next Monday night.
So the one we needed last night? Yes, we do.
We do not have a guest lined up for next Monday night. We had a emergency fill-in because we couldn't get a hold of.
Wait a minute. Right there. Hey.
Just checking the book.
Oh, I'm saying I was 1 week ahead. Yeah. Monday 30th, we have nobody.
Yes.
You're right.
So we need a guest for the 30th.
So put on your thinking caps if any of you would like to be a guest or know of somebody.
The only small little tiny limitation is I will not be able to do a test
Until Monday.
well or later Sunday evening.
Oh, Ginger, you would have such a good time. I know we all would. We had a great time last year, and it was only for the afternoon. But we're picking up the grandgirls tomorrow, so they can spend tomorrow night. Then we're getting up Thursday morning and getting all in the truck, and away we go.
Yep.
My son's getting their bicycles ready for them. They have their swimsuits packed.
So we're going to Michigan this weekend. We have a new website, folks. twofamilyhomestead.com. Go check it out. Let us know what you think. We need a guest for next Monday night.
Susie, I saw you posted that last night that you're going to be close to where Elizabeth lives. You know, I'm from Rochester.
Grizz, you're building a new building?
A metal one.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here this evening. And
Take care.
take care. Have a wonderful week. If you are in Michigan, in the Michigan area, please join us at the Hootenanny. We will be there.
Oh, yeah. Saturday from 12. They figure it's from 12 to 10. That's why we're spending the weekend.
Yeah, the
Angie's Pantry is coming.
well, they had RSVP of 80,
92 people.
92
last
people.
count was 92 people.
Wow. So it'll be
Meg Holler from California, the ones that they sold their house and they're doing their RV looking for a new homestead. They are already in Michigan.
I think Out of Goshen's supposed to be there.
Out of Goshen. Well, they're now looking for a hopefully they found their home in Michigan. So
anyway,
it'll be neat.
Be a fun time. We will be up there all day Friday. So if anybody wants to get there a day early or whatever, look us up.
Susie, I haven't made any of mine. Figured they didn't care about me back then. 50 years ain't gonna make a difference.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody. And we will see you
Tomorrow. Oh.
somewhere. Everybody have a great week. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.